Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought we would make a garlic rosemary artisan bread. It's very easy, so easy you will not believe it. You will all be wanting to make this. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take 3 cups of all-purpose flour or bread flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of dry yeast, and that could be the fast acting or just the regular. Then you'll add 2 tablespoons of diced garlic, and you can use fresh garlic. The garlic I buy one of the jars with like the big, huge jar of minced garlic because it's just so easy for me. And I just use 2 tablespoons of that. Then I went out to my garden and I picked some fresh rosemary off the stalk. You just grab it and just pull up, and it just has, just brings all the little leaves. And they're so fragrant and wonderful in this bread. And you can use dry rosemary also. It'll work just the same, maybe not as fragrant. So just add that to the mix. And then the last thing you're gonna do is add 1.5 cups of hot water. And that could be anywhere between like 115, 125. You just don't want to get it too hot because then you'll kill the yeast. So just give that a good stir for it probably take you about 2 minutes or so. And just make sure that you get all the flour off the bottom of the bowl. And you just don't want to have any big clumps of flour in your mixture. So then we are going to take some saran wrap and just cover the bowl tightly. And then you just want to sit it in a draft-free space, nowhere that a fan's blowing or the air conditioner. I just set mine in my living room away from everything, just on a coffee table. So I'm just going to set that one aside because I have pre-made another batch that I mixed up this morning. And that's been sitting for right around 3.5 hours, I think. So you can see our mixture is kind of jiggly, it's kind of puffy, it's at least doubled in size. And you just want to get maybe a 1/4 cup of flour and just sprinkle that on your workspace. So you can just use your countertop or you can use a cutting board, it doesn't really matter. And just as long as you get the flour down so the dough doesn't stick. And then just take your spatula and scoop it all out. Now this dough is very sticky. So you'll want to take a couple of sprinkles of flour, put over the top. And I find that a pastry scraper like this one is very, very handy. Just to keep it, if it gets stuck to the counter, it just pulls it right up. So just give that like a few good turns and just, get the flour incorporated in it just so it's not like a sticky mess. And, after you do that, just take your hands and kind of just make it into a nice round ball. You don't have to do any kneading or anything like that. So just get it nice and packed up. What you want to do is you just want to grab a piece of parchment paper because this parchment paper is going to go in the Dutch oven with the dough. So just pick that up and, just let it rest in the bowl while you're getting your oven heated up however long. I've had my oven preheating already, so you see it just looks like a perfect little nice beautiful ball of dough. And then you just want to take a clean hand towel and just set it over the dough and just let it rest while you're waiting on your oven to heat up. And I wanted to say this video, my friend Dee has been wanting a bread video for a while. And I had an unfortunate accident with my other one. So this video is for Dee, and I hope that you enjoy this. So my Dutch oven has been heating at 450, and I am telling you right now, that thing is hot. Okay, so you just get your dough and just pick up the whole parchment paper and just drop it down in the Dutch oven, and the bottom immediately starts cooking because that thing is so hot. And please, oh please be careful not to touch your hand on this because it would be horrible. You would have terrible, terrible burns. So what happens in this Dutch oven is it kind of steams the dough. And I just grabbed a little bit of Parmesan out of the refrigerator and just sprinkled a little bit of that on top. So just put your lid on. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick that in the oven. Like I said, it's been preheating at 450. I'm going to stick that back in the oven. All right, our bread has been cooking for 30 minutes and whew, it is just so, so hot. And I just can't stress enough, please be careful. See how it cracks and it just looks so beautiful. So you're just going to pull the parchment paper out, leave the bread in the oven, in the Dutch oven, and we're just going to put that back into the oven, uncovered just as is, for probably about 15 or 20 minutes. It just depends on how crunchy you want your bread. Our bread has been cooking for the last 15 minutes. It looks wonderful. And I should probably be using some type of glove while I'm handling this bread, but it's all right. It's not that bad. So you see, it is just beautifully cracked and split, and it just looks like a beautiful, just artisan bread you would buy at a deli or a grocery store or a bakery. Now, I'm not quite sure where the clip went of me cutting this bread, but it has just disappeared. But anyway, I cut a little piece off of the bread and put some butter on it, and it was absolutely amazing. It tastes wonderful. The garlic and rosemary are just, it's not overly strong, it's just perfect. But I hope you guys can make some. Indeed, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank all you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.